Welcome, folks, to the Tennis Box with your hosts, Sammy Mack and Bodie Sham. How's it going, Bodie?
Doing all right. How about yourself, Sammy Mack?
Doing well. So today we're going to be talking the U.S. Open. It starts on Monday, and we'll be getting everybody sort of ready and set to enjoy the matches and and hopefully the good tennis play. So you've been watching any of the qualifying sort of matches, Bodie?
A little bit here and there. Mostly watching the qualifying coverage because they have a lot of good chats. Like in between the matches, they have some good commentary, kind of just discussing the upcoming U.S. Open with the talking heads. You got the Brad Gilbert and Patrick McEnroe and Darren Cahill and those folks. So they give good insight. I like seeing the players practice behind them. They have this good spot where they talk and there's a practice courts. And watching some of the player practices, they show into the main courts like Nadal and some of the other guys have been practicing. I've kind of been more interested in that than the actual qualifying matches themselves.
Yeah, the qualifying matches I watched, sort of like some of them, they're a little bit dull, but yeah, like you said, I think just watching kind of Nadal, like slap that ball and like some of the big names, hit around. That's kind of more entertaining.
Yeah,
but yeah, listening to talking heads is kind of just getting kind of warmed up and
kind of hyped.
Yeah, hyped up. But like before we get in the U.S. Open, I mean, any thoughts on the last 2 weeks leading up to the Open with the Cincinnati Open and I guess even the little kind of mini tournament with the Winston-Salem, sort of tournament?
Yeah, just kind of overall U.S. Open series. We had like 4-ish tournaments from Atlanta to Cincinnati. It started kind of, and I had the pleasure of attending a match in person, which was great. This U.S. Open series, and it's been good, some good tennis. Different kind of winners in every spot. No one dominating. Kyrgios had a good run there. Continued his good play. Medvedev came back and played okay-ish, and Carreño Busta.
Kyrgios showed up at the Atlanta Open, but looked like he really wasn't motivated. For that one, he sort of showed up just to get his cover. Just for the cover money. And to pay for, collect his check. Have his, for his picture on the poster. I think he played the one match.
He didn't even play it. He pulled out right away. But he did play the doubles and actually won the
doubles. That's right.
Which is more like fun playing, goofing off, doubles at a small tournament. But
the Atlanta Open had quite a lot of names up front, but hardly any of them showed up.
Yeah, that's true. There was a lot of names I noticed in that tournament that mostly didn't show up, including Norrie, Murray, and their posters were everywhere throughout the tournment. And
that's how they hook you. That's how they hook you in. They get you to pay the the upfront ticket price and
especially those 250 tournaments. Now the upper tournaments had a few more people show up. They actually did show up, like Washington, then Toronto, Cincinnati. So yeah, they kind of rope-a-dope you maybe a little bit at those smaller tournaments.
But Toronto. Who won the Toronto the Toronto tournament?
Carreño Busta. Remember, he had the big surprise. He beat Hurkacz in the final.
Hurkacz was really playing well, I think, in that tournament. He's the one that beat Kyrgios, I think, in that tournament, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He beat Kyrgios. He was playing well. I
watched that tournament. Kyrgios was playing really well against Hurkacz, I think, in the semis. And then all of a sudden, I think when he lost the second set, he just completely lost interest.
Yeah. It was one of those third sets. But he was playing well. He was playing well throughout that tournament, even that match. It was a high-quality match. The whole summer series, he kind of showed up in Cincinnati. I think maybe won a match and then kind of just went out there. But
he won his. Did he won? I think he just won one tournament, like in the U.S. swing.
Yeah, he won the Washington, which is a 500. It was pretty good to win one of those four.
It's like he conquered. It's like he landed on the moon. By doing that. I think. And he set. I think he knew he was set until the U.S. Open. He wasn't.
Pretty much, yeah. Although he did go on to beat Medvedev at the next tournament, which was impressive. Beats the number one seed. number one player in the world.
I watched some of that match. Yeah, he played really good in that one. Yeah. He was still on the roll, I think, in that one.
And I even heard some of the commenting mention how him losing early in Cincinnati might have actually been a good thing for him because he played a lot of tennis. And I think he was kind of leaning that way himself, probably.
I think so. Yeah, I think it was somewhat intentional. It was like, if I don't win in straight sets, I don't care type thing, you know.
Yeah, basically.
I'm not going to burn myself out type thing, yeah.
Well, Carreño Busta was a surprise first-time 1,000 series winner, so that was good for him. He played well that final. He played very well in that final. Hurkacz wasn't playing too bad, still playing good, but Carreño Busta played really well.
Steady, he was steady. Yeah, that was good to see him.
Yeah, it's very steady.
Yeah, kind of win a big tournament. He's kind of earned it, I think, over the.
Kind of like he got like a career achievement there, finally getting through. He's always been like a decent player, but just not breaking through at that level. And then Cincinnati was a big surprise. Nadal finally showed back up, played okay. Maybe we didn't seem to be completely all there, a little rusty, maybe not taking it full with his serve.
Well, I mean, I watched most of that match, and he played really well against Coric.
But he played well.
Maybe really well, but he played well against Coric. I mean, it was a really tight match, but just Coric had too much at the end. He was just not missing.
Yeah, Coric is just
that showed all the way through the tournament.
Yeah,
and like Nadal was the only guy to take a set off of him in the whole tournament, which kind of is telling you maybe, and like Nadal is. Yeah, like
not
maybe he's not A+, but he's got a B+, I think, sort of levelly.
Yeah, I think if he was able to serve his full hard serving, get a few more free points there, he could have pulled that out. And Coric was just on a crazy streak, like you said, and he just kept it going and wasn't missing. His forehand was good, which is usually kind of his weaker side, and he was just on fire. He just steamrolled everybody else pretty much. I
agree with you. Yeah, I think because I think Nadal's serve was off in that match. If it was kind of the usual Nadal serve, he probably would have pulled it out, I think.
Yeah, that would have been the slight difference, he needed.
I think so, yeah. I think that I think that gave Coric the edge. And Coric is playing awesome. I mean, he was in a crazy zone throughout the whole tournament. You probably heard his story, I think. So I'm not sure if our fans But he was injured, I think, for the last year or so, and he did some bionic man, like shoulder surgery and rehab, and he's come back.
Shoulder muscles.
yeah, he's got that giant, like shoulder muscle now or something,
And he increased his first serve speed by like 8 miles per hour on average, which is like a huge jump on average. So he did something. He really boosted that shoulder. That's incredible. And he's always been like a top 25 player. Yeah, he's always been like a top 25 player, like in the low, mid 20s, high teens in his career. So he's been up there. He's not a out of nowhere player, and he's always been kind of when he was really younger. They called him Baby Djokovic, kind of, because he kind of got that style from the same area.
Oh, really? They call him Baby Djokovic?
Yeah, I don't know if you ever heard that early on. Of course, Dimitrov was baby fed, so you don't know where that can go.
Yeah,
that's not necessarily a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get like Dimitrov in a little bit here.
Yeah. Speaking of Dimitrov.
Speaking of that, since so that ended, with like Coric. Yeah, kind of. I mean, I would say he cruised, but sets, until through the finals, and he played well. Yeah. I mean, nobody was gonna beat him after he beat Nadal. I mean, nobody was gonna beat him basically.
Yeah. Tsitsipas good. He beat Medvedev there, and then he was up early on Coric, like 4-1 in the first set, but then just Coric.
Oh, that's true. He was playing well, but
turned it on.
But like, did you notice what Tsitsipas did in the second set?
Yeah.
Toward the end of it,
kicked out of it.
Yeah, he pulled a Tsitsipas.
He checked out a bit there. You mean he pulled like a Kyrgios a little bit?
Well, he's been known to kind of go, kind of check. I mean, kind of be mental sometimes, and because he was still a pretty tight second set, and then it was like 2 or 3 points in that, I think, love 40 or 40 love. He checked out, like you said. Yeah. Even the commentators, the analysts were commenting about it. But then he checked back in.
Yeah.
And he almost, I think, broke him or something. But then, it was kind of disappointing. I was disappointed to see that, because you don't see Nadal, you don't see Djokovic, you don't see Federer. I mean, like, you don't see Murray, you don't see any of the top guys doing that. You just cannot do that.
Yeah. That was just a pure mental,
ever.
pure mental, and he just brain just turned off for a few points there, and that just shows you how mental the game is, and someone at that high of a level can check out of a Masters final.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, he kind of right after he kind of woke back up and was even had break points to get back in it, and it just shows you how crazy, how mental tennis is. But to be those top guys, you got to have it all the time.
Yeah, I mean, that was disappointing to see. I mean, I rarely see that in a historic, going back a year, decade or two, and watching tennis. I rarely see that. So I'm disappointed to see it from an up and comer like him.
Exactly. You don't have to be a top all-time guy to do that. Like we mentioned, Djokovic, Federer, Nadal, but you don't have to be a top all-time guy to actually be engaged every point. That's
well. I mean, that tells you he checks out sometimes, and like during other parts of maybe the match, perhaps, and where you don't necessarily notice it either.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, he checks out in other ways, just like he did when he played against Kyrgios. He sort of didn't keep it together during that match.
Yeah, he hit a few crazy shots. Just smashed the ball. You can get to him, so that's like a bad sign for him. An opponent in a tough match, you can get to him.
It's disappointing because I think he's close. I think he's close to winning. I mean, maybe he'll still pull it together. Maybe, but like we've always thought, he's not a spring chicken.
He's got a lot of variety. He's still about 23, 24, but he's got a lot of variety in his game. He's got a lot of game. He's got to put it together. And
if he can fix his backhand, that's why I always. I mean, as we've seen a lot of his matches, that he loses his backhand just is all over the place.
Besides it not being like consistent, he also just seems to shank a lot of them. I don't know. Yeah, he needs to.
Well, he goes for it. I mean, you gotta give him that he goes for it. He doesn't, lay off of it or play soft or push it. So. I mean, not to beat up on Tsitsipas here. We don't want to beat up on the guy. But,
like I said, he played a great match to beat Medvedev. Yeah, he played very well against Medvedev.
He's playing well. I think he's got a shot. I think at the U.S. Open. I mean, I'm kind of pulling for him. I mean, I like to see him get to the finals.
So what do you think of the U.S. Open? Who's your? Before we mention that,
Winston Salem. I mean, just what happened there. I mean,
I guess we can go there. Drop down to a 250 again. At least Atlanta had some names that pulled out. That one didn't even have names to pull out.
Well, I mean, that one had names that you remembered, but you're like, oh, are they still around?
That's true. Gasquet's still alive. I guess
he was kicking and screaming for a while. Yeah.
Team, I guess, finally decided to wake up and come to work.
I guess he needed to pay the mortgage or the car payment.
The bill was due.
yeah, like the yacht, lease, you have to make like minimum payment on his credit cards or something. Yeah, like he showed up. Dimitrov showed up. Yeah, there was some Mansouri. What's his name?
Musetti. Yeah, Musetti showed up.
Yeah, Van K. Was also there.
Or the Van der Schulp. Yeah.
Yeah, Van der Schulp guy. Yeah. I mean, some decent names in that one actually.
That's some okay names. Yeah.
Yeah. Team played pretty bad, I'd have to say. For the most part.
Definitely.
Even though did he get to the quarters or semis? But he was playing.
No, he lost
in the quarters.
He only won the one match. Then he basically was gifted Dimitrov match because he was getting creamed, and Dimitrov pulled I don't know what he pulled. He just got dizzy. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, that was weird. He bageled Thiem 6-0, and then all of a sudden in the second set, I don't know. He just like, I got to go home.
Maybe after he bageled him, he was already texting his party plans later and forgot there was more tennis and just lost his mental balance or something.
Or maybe his hangover caught up with him in the second set or something. Yeah, it was sad because he was playing well, or Thiem was playing bad actually.
Yeah, I'm not sure how well is it versus. Yeah, exactly. I watched a little bit of the match, and Thiem was missing a lot of shots by a lot of space. He was missing quite a few in that first set. So he's still.
Yeah, so that was an interesting tournament just to see kind of where some of the names that the have-beens are kind of at. Thiem, Dimitrov, and a couple of the other guys, that have that kind of sort of get to the third, fourth rounds, of the tournament. Yeah. I think that was kind of entertaining just to kind of see them. I think trying to stay sharp and get ready for the U.S. Open. Okay, so let's talk U.S. Open. So how do you see the the brackets for the Open this year.
So I guess we can't start off without mentioning the big news, which we kind of saw coming. Obviously, Djokovic finally pulled out right before the seeding, the I guess the schedule, or not the schedule, I guess the matchups came out, and we knew he probably wasn't going to make it. So as soon as he was like favorite until he pulled out.
I thought
there was a small chance
coming actually into the U.S. Yeah. I thought they somehow, they like sneak him on a boat or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's crazy now. Australia's letting people in with not vaccinated, but the U.S. isn't. So that's kind of weird. So there's like all kinds of rules going on. But I guess for Djokovic's part, he just couldn't do another Grand Slam this year. So I'm sure that's disappointing for him. But now that he's out, we got new the favorite adjustments changed, and the brackets came out. The interesting one to me is the one bracket you got Medvedev and Kyrgios on the same side, where they would meet in a fourth round. So that would be a good matchup, kind of a rematch.
Kyrgios is playing his homeboy buddy.
Yeah, that's interesting. What luck is there? He's got to play Kokkinakis in the first round.
Yeah, that's an interesting one, I think, to watch. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, that's gonna be weird to watch. I'm curious to watch that one just for I don't know what weird stuff can happen in that one.
Yeah, how much will he act up? Now he played his countryman De Minaur in, I think it was Canada, and we're like, oh, he also buddies with him. How will he act up? I watched him that much. He still kind of did some acting and talking to his box. He wasn't like trying to be extra nice just because he's playing his friend. Now, the antics weren't like Tsitsipas level, of course. You have to really have that kind of animosity to have that. But he still did. He was gangster. And he actually creamed De Minaur. So I can see him just creaming Kokkinakis. Kokkinakis not playing that well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna.
Yeah. As long as he shows up and if he keeps this one. Yeah, he's jumped pretty good. If he got those Wimbledon points, he'd be top 15.
Yeah.
So he's been playing well, and the rest of that side, there's no one else really, so they should both make it. So that was one interesting side. Nadal has a good side.
Well, with that one still, I mean, the interesting one in that side of the draw is also Thiem. I mean, he's got Carreno. He's got Carreno Busta.
He plays Carreno Busta first round, I think, right?
Yeah. So he's gonna get knocked out from the first round. I don't see him.
Yeah, Carreno Busta's too consistent. He's not making it. He's not making it. Yeah. He got a bad.
Medvedev plays in the first round against Kozlov, whoever he is. Sorry, I don't know Kozlov.
He's just a young American.
I'm not familiar with him. Yeah, Ruud's playing in the first. It's on Monday. Let's see.
What other good matchups do you see that are like names against each other? Kind of like Thiem and Busta would qualify.
I think Berrettini says canceled. Why does it say canceled next to it?
Canceled? Really?
That's what it says. First round. It says Berrettini against Dillian canceled. I don't know what that means.
Well, it's still early enough where today's Friday, so that they would easily pull in someone in their place if they pulled out. So
maybe they moved it to Tuesday or something.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking, and maybe just to cancel that time slot.
Maybe because I think it was going to be the late. Interesting.
Because anybody who pulls out now would get replaced by a lucky loser or somebody, in the first round. That's the good thing about first round pullouts. You can still replace them with somebody.
Yeah, that's the only. I mean, probably the matches to watch are Thiem and Busta. Just to see Thiem get blasted off the court, in the first round. I mean, good luck to him, but he's been playing bad. And then just watch the Kyrgios match. That'll probably be a fun one, I guess. And I guess the U.S. guys, any T. Paul, the 20s. I mean, he's playing someone.
I forget who Isner plays. I think Sock made the draw straight in.
Not on Monday. Let's see Tuesday.
I think Sock plays somebody good. I remember Sock plays a name. Check the Tuesday schedule.
Let's see Tuesday. I mean, let's see. What do we got Tuesday? That's a good matchup in the first round. Like Rublev. Yeah, not interesting. I don't see anything interesting. Fognini's playing.
Fognini made it.
Yeah, he made the cut. Yeah, he was in Winston-Salem, I think.
Sinner, he was there.
Sock and Nadal is playing.
Who's playing Sock?
Sock is playing Schwartzman. Actually.
That's what I was telling you. He played a name, so he's playing a seed. So Sock Schwartzman.
Tiafoe's playing Giron from the U.S. Those 2 U.S. guys.
Yeah, the young Giron. Oh, actually, he's not young, actually, Giron, but he's just like an American guy. Yeah.
Nadal
So the Sock match might be a decent one because Schwartzman has not been playing well this year as good as past years. So I think Sock has a shot in that one.
Yeah. Nadal's got a Hedge Cat. I think I remember him from Wimbledon. I mean, didn't we watch? I mean, who did he play in Wimbledon? I thought he had a sort of match in Wimbledon. I remember him in, but I don't recall him. Like Rune is playing. See if he. I mean, he's ranked 28th.
Yeah, he got ranked in there.
Or Dimitrov is playing Johnson.
And Chorich jumped all the way up and got seeded, even though like going in that Cincy tournament, he was ranked 150, but getting those 1,000 points shot him up into the 20s. He literally jumped like 125 spots or something in one tournament.
Query's somebody, but
who does Murray play? Remind me who Murray plays. Did he have to play?
I'm not seeing Murray. I mean, where is Murray?
I think Murray he may have a decent matchup.
He's not playing Tuesday, Murray, or was he playing Monday?
Maybe he was on the Monday schedule.
I don't. Or like maybe they don't have all the matchups yet because they're still.
No, they should all be there. They should have scheduled them all by now. Probably it's somewhere there, I'm sure. But anyway, who would you put as your favorite, and maybe your top? Give me your favorite, kind of your sleeper, kind of dark horse guy. You can give me one or two of each. Top two favorites. Top two favorites, top two sleepers.
Now with Nadal, I don't know if his family situation is going to be kind of messing with him a little bit or throwing him off with his wife, and I don't know if that's going to kind of be in his head a little bit.
Yeah, I know she's had some medical situations with their baby coming. I think due in a few weeks.
Yeah, if he has it together and that doesn't become a factor, and hopefully his wife is fine, but and that's not a factor, then I gotta say Nadal because he. Even though he lost in that first match in Cincy, he was playing pretty good. So I think, it's hard to not pick Nadal in this one. And I think the rest of the crowd, the bunch. And I think anybody. Kyrgios.
He's also got a family situation. I heard his mom is kind of sick, and dad too.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. Oh.
Yeah, his dad was a little sick. I think his mom was more sick.
Oh,
and so I've heard that one, and they said maybe that might be on his mind to maybe check out early. But they're saying he's after the U.S. Open, he's just going back to Australia. He skips the rest of the whole season. But hopefully they're okay and he stays engaged through the tournament. Any sleeper? Like, is Kyrgios your sleeper? Kind of.
I don't know. I don't.
Can he go?
I don't think so. I think he got lucky in Wimbledon. The stars aligned for him with who he ended up having to play.
Yeah. Other than Tsitsipas, he played. Yeah.
He just got lucky. He might make the quarters. I think he's good enough to get to the quarters, but I don't.
Well, he had to beat Medvedev. Remember, that's 4th round match. Do you think he'll beat Medvedev? Or Medvedev gets upset before there? That's a 4th round match.
Yeah, I'd pick Medvedev. I just would have.
Best of 5, that would be tough to beat Medvedev,
Yeah, I think best of 5, yeah. It's going to be a lot for him to get through.
And if he gets to the 4th round, he already made the Wimbledon final. He wants to go home. Probably in his mind, he's already accomplished what he needs.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't see him getting past Medvedev. If he does, I think he'll get. He might get to the finals, and if he can get past Medvedev, then he'll have I think that momentum and maybe the confidence. But which bracket is Tsitsipas in? I'm trying to find Tsitsipas.
Well, he's I think he's the 4 seed, so he's in a different. Yeah, he's got his own quarter of the draw. I think he's the 4 seed because there's no Djokovic was actually lower than those guys anyway, but there's no Zverev who's actually still 2 in the world somehow. But I would agree with Nadal. Think of Nadal; he's just been playing great this year. Other than those couple of injuries early in the year and late in the year, just his tennis on the court when he's healthy enough and back in rhythm has just been great this year. It's insane. So you got to put in Nadal as the favorite with no Djokovic there. Like you can't trust anybody else really. And after Nadal, it's wide open because there is no Djokovic. It's kind of like the COVID year when there was no Djokovic and there was no Nadal. It was basically whoever got hot or whoever choked less in that case. If Nadal somehow loses, it may go back to COVID tourney where it's just who chokes least.
Well, you never know. Maybe we'll have like a rematch of the 2019 final. I mean, the 2020 finals. Thiem and like Medvedev. What's it?
No, he means Zverev. Well, Zverev is not there. No, that's Zverev.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's Zverev. Yeah, so it's Zverev. Thiem. Yeah, sorry.
But Medvedev did play Thiem in a great semi that year, and Thiem played really good in that semi to beat Medvedev. He played really good, but then in the final, we don't want to talk about the final.
Yeah. That was that sort of slow motion train wreck fifth set between Zverev and Zverev is obviously out because of his ankle issue.
Yeah, he couldn't make it. Yeah, but I would say I would agree with Nadal. After Nadal, it's so wide open. I want to say it would be Alcaraz if he can step up to the pressure of the youth, because really, just game wise, he might be the next best.
I don't know. I'm not high on Alcaraz. I mean, I think he has I have his moments, but I don't know. I'm not sure if he's ready to have a breakout. He got lucky at Wimbledon. I mean, to survive in Wimbledon, and to get where he got. I mean, like he wasn't playing great there, but I mean, you have to say.
What do you think of Sinner?
I don't know. I was disappointed with Sinner. Should
have beat Djokovic at Wimbledon.
Yeah, it's just I don't know if they can get over the hump. I just lost confidence in the younger guys. In like the next wave of younger guys, and Alcaraz and Sinner.
We're like on the third or fourth wave of the young guys at this point.
I'm kind of digging the sort of like bottom of the barrel. I'm back to Tsitsipas again. Like maybe he'll put it together. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking maybe Tsitsipas. I don't know. I have a feeling maybe Tsitsipas will put it together. Here's a question: the Tsitsipas, would he play Kyrgios at any point? Maybe in the because I want to watch that one actually. If that one,
I would have to see if they're on opposite sides of the complete bracket. They're not. It would at least be a quarter. That was the soonest would be a quarter, because I know the fourth round is Medvedev for Kyrgios. I would have to be at least. I think it might be in the semis, because I think Medvedev and Tsitsipas were on opposite sides. Opposite quarters. So I think they would maybe be a semi. So that means he would only be able to meet Kyrgios in a semi, because you got to put that same side.
That's the match I would. I pay money to. I'd book a flight and go to New York. just to watch that match, just to be in the stand for that one.
Yeah, no, that is true, because Nadal's on the other side. Yeah, that would be a good one. Because Nadal's the 2 seed, he would be on the other side from Medvedev. But yeah, that would be a good one. That'd be interesting if it got that far. And then of course Alcaraz is in the other quarter of his own. I think Alcaraz is on Nadal's side then, because I think Tsitsipas was on Medvedev's side.
Yes.
So that would be semis. Yeah. So that would be a semi if he can go that far.
So it'd be like a Nadal, Alcaraz. If
the seeds hold for him.
Yeah, seeds hold up in Nadal, Alcaraz, and it'd be Medvedev against whom?
Tsitsipas. That would be
against Tsitsipas.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the question. Do you think the seeds will hold up, and that'll be the semis?
No chance. It never happens. Unless you have the big four from the old days, that never happens. Someone's getting upset. Someone's not making it. At least a couple probably won't make it. I'm
gonna say that's what's gonna happen.
Really?
Because I don't have a feel for anybody else. Rublev.
I don't think the Borna Coric might keep that hot streak. Who knows? Maybe he's on that run. He's on the. Who knows?
No, I think Coric is gonna. I think he's gonna run out of gas, or I think he's probably used up all his lucky charms, and that. And I think it's gonna be 5 setters too, and I think it might weigh on him. I just don't want to. Yeah, so I don't want to put any money on Coric right now.
The only up and coming guys who have the talent to do it, but I don't believe have the belief maybe is like a Sinner or a Felix, but. Felix hasn't shown anything other than a couple of flashes. A good match against Nadal, I think, in the quarters of French. And Sinner looked good against Alcaraz at Wimbledon and had Djokovic up, 2 sets, but then gave that away. So, like, those are dark horses for me, but can they actually pull through? I don't trust them. That's the. So yeah,
I just gave up trusting like any of the new guys, but I'm gonna stick with the seeding and just kind of just play the statistics at this point. Because I
think it's one of those years you'll get some random one of the four the semis will be like someone not even top 20. It might be like someone in the 20s or 30s or maybe in the teens. Definitely, at least in the teens, I would think. Someone will make it to the.
Who are you picking getting the semis? I mean, if you had to pick your semis, I mean, who would be in your semis? I mean, your final four. Who's your final four?
Yeah, I would put Nadal because I'm picking him to the favorite to win the tournament. I think. Yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah, I'm saying Alcaraz too because I think he's gonna push through. The other side, I don't have the greatest feeling about Medvedev this summer. I think something's gonna happen to him. He's not gonna get to the semis. Either it's Kyrgios or somebody else beats him earlier than Kyrgios or right after Kyrgios. I'm saying Medvedev won't make it to the Final Four. That's my big call.
Okay.
And then the last one where the one Tsitsipas is in, I think is wide open. I would have to see let me double check who has in there. Maybe some surprise person there. I think that side of the draw is going to be more wide open.
Well, I mean, what do you think about Ruud? I mean, he's ranked 5th. He got to the French Open finals. I mean, he plays decent on hard court.
He does. He played well on hard courts. He played well. I think made semis at Toronto. And he has a chance. Can you check what bracket he's in? Is he in the Tsitsipas side? He could have a chance. Or Medvedev.
He's playing Monday, Ruud. Yep.
And Monday is which side? It's the is it the Nadal or Medvedev?
It's the Medvedev. It's the Medvedev and Kyrgios.
Okay, so he could be on Tsitsipas' side. Then he's the 5 seed, so he could be a sleeper. Another one is Norrie. Where is Norrie? Norrie's been playing well. He actually beat Alcaraz in a really good match in Toronto. That was a really good match to watch. Was it Toronto? I think it was a Toronto, or was it? No, I think that was a Cincy. It was a really good match.
Every time I'm watching, like a late tournament, I see Norrie all the time.
Yeah, he somehow makes it and shows up. I don't know how he got there.
I don't know. Yeah, what is he doing? Yeah, it's like, is he like paying off somebody and just showing up at the end? He's like a body double, or I don't know, like morphing, and it's just like some time machine. He shows up. He's like in the semis of everything. It's like, where'd this guy come from? It looks like like your Starbucks barista guy.
Yeah, but my bold call would be more than picking who surprises in the semi. I'll just tell you it's open. There'll be a surprise in semi, but I'll just say Medvedev won't be there.
Okay, okay, that's a good call. I mean, that's
so it's kind of a reversed way, and that's why it's wide open. And I like your Tsitsipas call. Maybe that he may actually make it just because maybe he's put it together. Maybe what happened to him and mentally use that for fuel.
He's close. I mean, he's close if he can keep it together mentally.
He's got the talent.
Yeah, keep his backhand in under control because he can serve well. I mean, he's got shots. I don't know. I mean, I feel like he's just, if he can, I don't know, maybe he gets rid of his dad out of the stands. He's like his crutch or something.
Maybe, yeah. They have too much back and forth.
I don't know, just too creepy. I mean, his dad's like, like he, yeah. I mean, yeah, he's just too controlling or something. I don't know. Maybe, he needs to be freed from him. But speaking of that, I mean, like, what do you think about the sort of new rule, like in the U.S. Open about coaching?
Yeah, I heard about that a bit. I guess between points, kind of do the signals that everybody's already been doing. They just now letting you more officially do it. Your third base coaching.
But it takes the fun out of it.
I don't really. I mean, it's like, I don't really like it. Yeah, I like the whole you're on your own, and sure they give you a sign here or there when it's kind of not allowed. It's okay because it minimizes it. It minimizes it. Yeah, exactly. Because you know what happens, but at least it minimizes. Now it's just kind of blatant floodgates, so I don't like it that much. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's like Mr. Miyagi when he gave Daniel the nod, get it from the stands, the distance,
Yeah, but now
you want to see that, not like,
Yeah, now Tsitsipas going to go get, when he's serving, go get the ball. He's just going to stand there and his dad's going to be yapping to him the whole time. Like,
I know,
what is that?
That's what I'm worried about. It's going to get like sort of weird, is going to be. I mean, they're going to go too far because you know how. I mean, the old saying, you know, you give an inch, that take a mile.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's going to be just kind of end up being weird. They'll just Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, I didn't see any. I mean, it seemed like. I mean, it didn't seem sort of necessary. I just felt like it was unnecessary. Just ignore the coaching unless it gets ridiculous. Because I mean, they were letting Kyrgios do all sorts of crazy stuff. I mean, these last few months.
Yeah, exactly.
How he talks back and forth, with everybody. I mean, with the fans and with his box.
Yeah, it's not like they follow the law anyway. So
yeah, but anyway, I mean, that'll be an interesting thing. I guess, sort of amusing thing to see how that unfolds or develops.
So let's switch over to the women's side. We got some big news there. Serena's last tournament, again, wide open.
Like another call before, we jumped to that. I mean, okay, like just one more call. I mean, how many matches do you think it'll take for Murray to get knocked out? First or second? I mean, I'm just one or two. That's.
Yeah. I definitely over under is one. If he makes it more than one or less, I mean, like basically if he plays more than one match or just one match, so I guess the over under is two. Is it less than two or 1.5? I guess you have to put that 1.5. Yeah, because it's one or two. I guess. Yeah, it's 1.5. I saw some of that. You saw that stuff about him sweating too much, complaining about cramps, and he had to do a sweat test.
Oh, really? No, I did not hear that. Oh,
in one of the qualifying days, like I told you, I watched mostly the parts where they talk to the players and the players are practicing. They talked to Murray. He was sweating a lot after the practices, and he even admitted just there on the sideline interview that he's cramping too much the last few weeks and he can't control it. He's sweating a lot. He's gonna do a sweat test, and he's already got
like
the metal hip.
Sounds like me and my cramps that I got playing tennis.
Yeah, it's like, how old is he? Like I know he's old tennis years, but he's still 35. But so it wasn't looking
he doesn't
good.
make it out of the first round. Yeah, he's
so I'm saying
24. He's playing number 24 Argentinian Cerundolo.
Oh, Cerundolo. He's got that big. Remember that guy that played Nadal with that crazy forehand at Wimbledon? It's that guy. He was unseated back at Wimbledon, but he had like a super crazy, good forehand. Yeah, I'm saying under on the 1.5. I don't think he makes it out of that.
He doesn't make it out.
He's not making it out of that match, unfortunately.
Anyway, not to pick on Murray, but I mean, I like to. I mean, it'd be nice to see him win it, but
I'll be rooting for him. I want to see him play.
Well, if he was, I'd rather see him play somebody. Yeah, I wish he were playing somebody lower ranked just to have him win it, and then play somebody maybe a little, kind of bigger name in the second round.
Yeah,
but anyway,
that'd be more ideal.
But anyway, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, so switch over to the women's. So you were asking about Serena. What? This is her.
Final tournament.
Yeah. Her last voyage. I mean, what do they say? I mean, how do they call that? Her last hurrah.
Yeah. Did it say she playing Monday or Tuesday? I know they were saying which day she was going to play. It was going to be a night match, and they sold out both nights because they weren't sure which day it was going to be.
She's playing Monday. She's playing
Monday night.
Yeah. Who's she playing?
She's not playing a ranked person.
Yeah, Kovanic.
Yeah, Kovanic.
So they gave her.
She's like ranked, I think, in the 40s or something overall.
Okay, so
that'd be interesting. I don't know.
So the same Murray question, basically.
That is kind of a good. Yeah, that's a good
Unfortunately, yeah.
Unfortunately, a good comparison.
Yeah. I'd like to see her actually win it. I mean, I'd like to see. I mean, it'd be cool if she got to the finals and won the thing because, I'm not crazy about anybody else. On the women's side, I mean, so I might see Serena win it. But I don't know. I mean, I'm like, when do you think? I mean, how long is she gonna last? I mean, what's your over under on that?
I don't know. She hasn't looked good at all, really. She hasn't played much, but she did play Canada, won a match against some really. She actually got a low ranked player there. Went to Cincinnati, lost first match. I don't know. She hasn't played well, but I have a feeling she'll get through this first match. It's her retirement. She's retiring. It's the U.S. Open. Her first place she won a Grand Slam. She's getting through this match. I'm calling she's going to win this match one step further than Murray, and then she'll lose the next round, whoever it is, just because it'll be tough enough for her just to win this match. I think emotions and everything, the crowd will get her through this match. What do you think?
Yeah,
or are you
yeah,
doing
I'd like
Murray?
to see her get to the quarters or somewhere like that, just to kind of end it with a little bit of high. You know, not the. I don't want her to flame out from the first or second round, but I don't know. I mean,
She's not
I don't
getting to
think
any
she's in
quarters.
shape. I don't think she's
Yeah,
in
she's not
physical
getting to a
shape.
quarters. This is a Murray question. Is she going to play one or two matches? Really, honestly, maybe she can go one step further and make it a question of 3 matches. But I doubt she'll win more than 1 match.
Yeah,
she's not just in shape enough for it anymore.
Yeah, I think if she wins this first round, she'll be probably just tired in the second one.
At least be semi-satisfied you won a match before you're that last tournament. You don't want to go out in the first round.
If she can win one, she'll feel like she kind of she delivered for the crowd at least.
Yeah, gave them 2 matches at least in the tournament. Yeah,
yes,
showed up twice.
Yeah, I think it'd be disappointing if she lost in the first round. It'd be nice to see her win one and get the crowd excited, and then perhaps if she has to lose early, she'll Or I mean, if she loses, it's at least that she won something in the first round. Yeah. I'm picking she goes out in the second round.
Yeah, I think that's the most likely. Other than that, in terms of favorites and winners, it's wide open on the women's side. I couldn't really give you a favorite.
The Jabeur is ranked 5th.
I think she's 5th. Yeah,
she's playing in the first. On Monday. Let's see who else is playing. Keys is playing.
Keys played okay the summertime. She always has a shot if she can get hot, but she never was able to put together all the matches. The second seed is like Kontaveit, who just played earlier in the year good, and somehow
your buddy
she's
Lee is. Oh no, Lee. No, is that French? Is that French girl?
Tan. You're talking about the one that beat Serena?
Yeah.
She's playing somebody. I think. I remember she playing with a name. I thought maybe like.
Tan. Yeah. She's playing Andreescu. Yeah.
Yeah, Andreescu. Yeah, she's playing Andreescu, something like a former champ. I would hope Andreescu's healthy and plays well there. We'll see. But it's wide open, really. Even the number 1 seed, she hasn't played well on hard courts ever since she won the French. She was on that crazy run. Lost fairly early at Wimbledon. Didn't play well in the hard courts. I think they showed that her record was like 4-4 in the last 8 matches after that 30-something match win streak. So she, Swiatek, we were talking about. I don't know how she'll do. She's up there just as anybody with not much higher favorite than most of the other top 20 women. Maybe does Coco have a chance? Will she break through? I don't know. It's wide open. I couldn't tell you. You told me pick a top 4 in the men's, which I could tell you kind of 3 out of the 4 maybe, and maybe I throw Kyrgios as the 4th guy in just because he's playing so well. Maybe you'll get your Kyrgios, Tsitsipas semi. But on the women's side, it's hard to give you the top 4. Sabalenka, can she get on a run? Like you said, Jabeur. I don't know. Coco, it could be any 4, literally out of the top 30. You can give me any 4, and I wouldn't say that couldn't happen.
Well, I mean, what about last year's finalists? I mean, what do you think of them two? I mean, let's make a call on how long, just kind of where they end up. I mean, what do you think?
That's a good question, actually. That's a good way to look at it. Fernandez and Raducanu, they big surprises. Raducanu, first qualifier ever to win a Grand Slam at any time in history, I think.
But since then, he
fell off.
I mean, literally flames. I think pretty much flames out of every tournament she's been in.
She actually beat Serena, I think.
Although
I think she got all those U.S. Open points, which are 2,000, and she did beat Serena at Cincy, which is not saying much.
Yeah.
But I don't see either going for. Fernandez also has been kind of flamed down, not doing much.
Yes, that's true.
I think in her own Canada tournament, she won a couple matches, but didn't go too far. I don't see either getting past the 3rd, 4th round. They're not getting to the quarters. Maybe one gets to a 4th round, depending on their bracket or draw. I could either see them both losing 2nd, 3rd roundish areas. Max 4th round. Unfortunately. What do you think?
Yes. I mean, Fernandez, she hasn't played, she's almost played at the same level as Raducanu, I think. I mean, roughly, I think they've been in the same ballpark, since they both, got to the finals of the U.S. So Yeah, I mean, neither one of them looks like a world beater or like they have. It's not clear if either one has another higher gear.
Yeah, was that just a flash in the pan, or this just the beginning of like them eventually working their way to top 10 consistency?
But in the case of Raducanu, I almost feel like too I don't know. Yeah, she has other baggage. I think with at least kind of in the and think she gets too much press coverage, which I think messes with her. So
yeah. Two more points I'll make. One, I will tell you one. Actually, I will give you one Final Four that I think will happen on the women's side. I think Bencic can make the Final Four. She's been playing well this summer, and I think she has the game to get to the Final Four. She always plays good on hard courts at the U.S. Open. I would say Bencic in there, and then you can maybe Coco can make a run. Maybe Coco can get to the Final Four. But yeah, it's all maybes and who knows. But I'll leave one for you. You can't talk about the side.
Of course.
Oh, and Halep, that's a good one. Halep, she's been up and down. She could easily make it, and she could easily lose in the third, fourth round.
Yeah, I'm not expecting anything from Halep. I think she's the whole marriage thing, and I think she's still living off the Wimbledon from 2 years ago.
Yeah, maybe.
I think
but I gotta tell you, you can't not talk about one person. What do you think of Osaka?
yeah. I mean, I was saving Osaka. Yeah.
Talk about you thought Raducanu was other issues.
Here's the question with Osaka. It's almost like a Serena question. Do you think it's the second or third round she'll be out?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's also kind of Serena question. Is she even in shape? Like, has she been trying? Like, at least Serena May's been working hard recently. Osaka's been working, and what kind of shape she's in. She's been losing really early in all tournaments she's played. At least Serena had her excuse. She's old.
Well, yeah, physically, from just observing her physically, yeah. I think the Venus Serena has the age, excuse.
Yeah.
But Osaka, I think she's she looks like a 40-year-old health-wise. Just I think unfortunately
she's let it go. I don't know. She's too much off the court stuff.
I think she's enjoying. Honestly, I think she's enjoying life too much. To worry about tennis.
And honestly, I think the pressure. I want to say the pressure.
Well, that and the pressure
got to
and
her.
The fact that she's enjoying life. She just got too much money, and she's just jet setting, and she's still got massive marketing behind her, and
she decided she doesn't want to deal with the pressure, so she just let go a little bit, and then that costs you to drop 100 ranking points in tennis if you do that. And she's, like you said, living off other means of still fame enough.
She does not look like she's in shape. She doesn't.
Yeah. You can see how she checked out a couple of tournaments because of the pressure or the questions, and she don't want to do interviews. She just can't handle the pressure, and then money's already there, so she lost the motivation or whatever it is.
I mean, I think the finalists for the women could be two that we can't even predict from the 60s.
Which was last year. You would have never predicted that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's kind of a repeat of that. We just
two different ones.
Two ladies that were like, oh yeah, I think I know who she is.
Basically, I think it could easily be that.
Yes, I think so. But I mean, Swiatek might. I mean, feel kind of maybe like she needs to step up, or maybe. Maybe Muguruza will. I don't know. She'll.
No, Muguruza's no.
Well, she's ranked 9th. I just saw her.
I don't know. I have no idea how she's ranked 9th. I haven't seen her win like 2 matches in a row in a year, so I have no idea how she's ranked 9th. Where that 9th came from? Seriously, I have no idea.
Yeah,
she's making no run. She's. I don't know.
Was always Pushkova. I mean, she's ranked 22nd. I mean, she's due to win something big.
She actually played well. I think she got to the final of was it Cincy or Toronto on the women's side? Like she
could be the dark horse. Actually,
she could be. She could be the dark horse. Yeah. The court's fast enough for her. Yeah, the court's kind of fast. A little bit helps her.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like Wimbledon. It's fast for her. So she could be.
I think so. Yeah, I think she could be a dark horse with everybody playing sort of vanilla. and yeah, maybe she can. Yeah, I mean, she has to win one because I mean, she better soon because I think she'll be past her prime pretty soon. I think
she's up there. She's around 30, I think. Yeah, she's up there.
Yeah. Kinnan. Yeah, I don't have a lot of hope for Kinnan on the U.S. side, unfortunately.
She's just trying to make a comeback at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, she's kind of and then there's
Pegula. Pegula's the highest ranked female. You know.
Anisimova, I don't know about her.
Anisimova has the game for it, but does she have the conditioning and mental, consistency? Does she have the consistency overall?
Women, I mean, maybe the U.S. women will step up. I mean, maybe it's there. I mean,
you could get one of those. You could.
Yeah, with this pack, I mean, anybody could basically come out of the pack, I think.
Yeah, literally, you could have a Anisimova against, somebody final. That's kind of the person that can make the final that you don't know, or a Pegula, or anybody could be.
Yeah. Like maybe there'll be a Coco and Anisimova. You never know.
Never know.
We'll
just enjoy the early rounds, which is the best part for me in the tournaments because it's just so much action. It's like, back and forth matches. That's always the funnest part of all the tournaments is the first few rounds.
I mean, I was disappointed. I thought they were going to start the tournament on Sunday and just kind of extend it. But
they should do that. I think the French is the only one that does that. Everybody else starts on Monday. They should do that. It should start a Sunday, extend it. Everybody should do that. It's a lot more money.
It was just funner.
It's better for the fans.
Weekend. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I was disappointed. I thought they were. I mean, I thought there was going to be a trend or something, but apparently not.
Yeah, not yet.
But
we'll see. It'll be a fun week coming up.
I mean, let's hope I mean, nobody gets injured and everybody can play, and we see some interesting and some fun drama along the way too with some of the characters, and
yeah, we still got some good characters. I think it'll be the most wide open on both sides in a while, as as the all-time greats either too old or banned or from playing or just not a lot of up and comers. So it's wide open on both sides, really. A little more of obviously on the women's side, but that makes it fun. We'll see.
All right, Bodie. So we made our picks, and I mean, we'll have a couple of episodes during the first week and the second week to keep everybody up to date and offer our insightful analysis. And we hope everybody enjoys the tournament, and thanks for joining us, folks. And we'll talk to you soon.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.